mean, should they be involved in common defense? Absolutely. Infrastructure projects, things around our borders? Absolutely. The Department of Energy was created back in the 70s. What has it done as far as energy independence for us? Nothing. Department of Education, I think we can all say local control. You know, so let's begin to look at those departments that should be done away with, that we can move to local control. I think in education, that's one area. Department of Energy, we need to drill, you know, throughout our federal lands to begin to do energy independence. Beyond that, it's just what other programs do we want to start eliminating? It's going to take a long time to reduce spending in Washington, and that's what we need to work for.
All right, thank you, Mr. Graney. For the next response, Mr. Gerald Wall.
Well, you know, I don't think we need any more bills. We have a Constitution. We have a 10th Amendment that declares states' rights. Our forefathers give us a government with very limited federal authority and stronger states' rights. Do we need any more laws to determine that? No way. Let's just follow the ones we have. Is there a blurring of lines? Absolutely there are. But let me tell you who's responsible. Look in the mirror. We are the ones that allowed this to happen by electing officials who go to Washington who begin to step outside those lines. We need stronger states' rights. We need to elect people in the state government who will stand up for those rights and declare their 10th Amendment constitutional rights to state sovereignty and begin to challenge the federal government when they put forth these things on the states and say, you know what, not this time. That's what we need to do. It's real simple. The laws are on the books. Let's don't make any more laws than are necessary. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Wall. And now we turn for his answer, Mr. John Gay.
The Ninth Amendment reserves the rights to the people that are not designated to the federal government, and the 10th Amendment reserves rights to the states. But we don't have anybody watching the store. Again, we've sent lawyers up there, and what do? They gave us the 17th Amendment that says that the senators are going to be elected by the people. Now, why did they do that? They saw the representatives taking special interest money from all these PACs, but to run their campaigns. Well, guess what? They didn't have a campaign because the Constitution said that the Senate was going to be appointed by the state legislature. So now there's nobody watching the store because they're all taking the special interest money because they all have these big, expensive campaigns. What you're going to find when I win this thing, Lord willing, and with your vote, that I've spent the least money of anybody probably in American history. But I've done a lot of knocking on doors, and that's what it's going to take. Is we've got to get back to the grassroots, get more of the power back to the states, back to the people, and less of the laws being made for the federal government to promote the federal government, to promote bureaucracy.
All right, thank you, Mr. Gay.
Lord willing.
Answer on this question?
It's priceless.
Well, I'm not going to try to say I'm going to spend the least amount of money into this campaign because a lot of people have sent me a lot of money and want me to campaign and win the election again.
Yeah!
But I can say one other thing, though. I have voted for the least amount of spending and the least amount of taxes of anybody in the Congress, and that's why they call me the taxpayer's best friend.
Yeah!
As far as state sovereignty goes, you know, putting an amendment in the Constitution or whatnot is not going to make much difference. We need people there that are determined that every single vote they take, they look at the Constitution. And I do that. If it's unconstitutional, I don't vote for it. And I had promised I would never raise taxes. If it raised taxes, I never vote for it. But Article 1, Section 8 gives us those 20 things that we're allowed to do. And if it's not there, I just don't vote for it. The 9th and 10th Amendments are great amendments, and we should follow them. But there is a responsibility for the states when we don't do our jobs in Washington, and we need that too. We need nullification and interposition. And if that would be the case, Congress would be much more cautious about passing all these laws. They never intended that the states would be so beholden to the federal government. The states should be almost independent states. The reason we had the convention was to have a sound monetary system and also have a free trade zone. Those were the reasons we had it. We shouldn't have all the federal government running our states.
Thank you very much.